Welcome back once again to BeFM Drama. I'm your host, Ryan Estrada. As you surely know by now, this season we're digging up Charles Dickens' long-forgotten, wildly inconsistent, ill-justified 22-book series of sequels to A Christmas Carol and remixing them into brand new, modern-day radio plays. This is part 2 of our loose adaptation of the 1862 edition, Somebody's Luggage. As I mentioned last time, I love this book because it's so petty. Dickens was so clearly sending a not-so-subtle message to all of his collaborators who wanted credit for their work that he had been publishing under his own name for 20 years. He replaced most of them with a new roster of writers and had them help him write a book about a guy who stole and then sold someone else's stories and was thanked for it by a grateful author who just wanted to be published. And then, of course, the real Dickens took credit for all of it. Today's story is based on His Wonderful End by Charles Dickens, even though my ending is wildly different from the original, as well as His Dressing Case by Arthur Locker. In our version, the story thief is paramedic Fern's new partner. But he's not the only thief on the loose. Please enjoy BeFM Drama's production of Bagging the Bandit.
I was in the middle of a shift with my new partner, and he had just not so subtly insinuated that he'd been stealing from patients. I was pretty sure that he was the infamous pickpocket paramedic that the police had been looking for. I didn't quite know what to say, but luckily the silence was broken by another thief on the loose, the brown paper bandit, who had been on a crime spree across the city all day and night. The only thing that we knew about him was that he was wearing a lime green jacket and a knit cap. He mugged and stabbed dozens of people, and it sounded like he'd struck again.
29, John.
We got another one. Go for 29, John.
Head to the corner of Locker and Stratton. Sounds like we've got another mugging victim.
We're on our way.
Yikes. Another victim.
Yeah, someone's got to stop this guy. We just can't have thieves running around the streets.
Yeah. We wouldn't want thieves to go unpunished. We drove up the corner and found a man wrapped in an old dirty blanket. He was cut badly. There was a lot of blood. He was just hanging on to life, and he couldn't even speak. I tried to get a good look at the wound, but he didn't want to show me. He used his last bit of strength to hold the blanket shut. We got him into the ambulance.
Ask him if he knows where we can find that brown paper bandit guy. I'd love to get my hands on him.
He's not talking. And our job right now is to save this guy, not the city.
Hey, I can multitask.
You're gonna be all right, buddy. But I need to see the knife wound so I can patch you up.
Oh.
As I opened the blanket, I saw that he was desperately crutching something in his arms. A grocery bag. It looked heavy. Hey, let me grab that so I can put it somewhere safe for you, pal.
No.
No? Yeah, all right. You can hang on to it. But hold it with your other hand so I can see where you're cut. Oh, man. It looks like they cut right through your jacket.
What's going on back there?
I couldn't even respond when I realized what I was looking at. A cut through a lime green jacket. And then I noticed a red knit cap. The man cringed in pain and dropped the bag. An avalanche of bills poured out. What must have been hundreds of thousands of dollars covered the floor of our ambulance.
What's going on?
Just keep driving. He's lost a lot of blood. We need to get him to the hospital fast.
What was that sound?
Hey, so, you're not the victim here, are you? I notice your, bag there. Your brown paper bag. Is that where the nickname came from?
Help me.
I'm gonna save you. I can fix this.
Help me. Get away.
I can't help you there. I'm gonna call the police, but I will save your life first. Perfect timing. The ambulance just stopped. That must mean we're at the hospital. Hey, where are we?
Hey, partner.
What's this alley?
Is that who I think it is?
It's the brown paper bandit. Yeah, we caught him.
That's good.
But we need to get him to a hospital.
Do we?
Yes! He's bleeding out.
Is that so bad?
We're paramedics.
We are. We are paramedics. Yeah, we work very hard, and maybe we don't need to work so hard to save this one.
What are you talking about?
How many people has he hurt tonight?
He's a serial stabber. He's hurt a lot of people.
He sure has.
We are not serial stabbers. We don't hurt people. We're not like him.
I'm not suggesting we hurt the guy. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm a cuddly old teddy bear. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm just saying that maybe we don't always have to help everybody.
He'll die.
Sounds like justice to me.
Handing out justice is not our job.
Think of it as volunteer work.
I'm going back to my patient.
What's that on the floor?
It's his money.
Is it?
Well, it's somebody's money.
I'm somebody.
And?
Last I checked, you were somebody too. You're somebody, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
What if it was our money?
Excuse me?
I'm looking at that money, and it looks a lot like our money to me.
We can't steal from patients.
This is a bad man. What does he do? He hurts people. We help people all night. We give our blood, sweat, and tears every night. We pour our hearts and souls into helping people. Do we ever get a bag of money like that?
That's not why I do this job.
Sure. It's the helping people, not the money. Sure. I get it. But with all that money, couldn't you help more people?
You're scaring me.
Wouldn't the world be a better place if we had that money and this guy weren't around anymore?
You're talking about murder.
No, I'm not. We didn't hurt this guy. Looks like he was stabbed in self-defense by one of his own victims. Thank goodness they got away. It's a miracle. Now, we're not going to do anything to him. We just don't have to go out of our way to save him.
People will know what happened.
They'll know what? We arrive at the hospital and our patient didn't make it. Happens all the time. They won't know this money ever existed, and then we'll be gone.
Oh, okay. Where will we be gone to?
Judging by that pile of hundreds there, wherever we want. Listen, I'm out of here soon anyway.
Is that because of your novel or because the police are looking for you?
There are many reasons, all right? Life's complicated.
You are the pickpocket paramedic.
Ah, come on. Don't give me a supervillain name like this creep. He's the one-man crime wave. I'm the guy who helps people. I subsidize my work helping people by taking from dirtbags. These were all bad guys. Killers, dealers, thieves.
You just admitted to being a thief.
I'm not a thief. I just took things from thieves that they didn't earn. I'm like Robin Hood.
No, I don't recall Robin Hood stealing from the dying and then giving to himself.
I never read it. I just saw the cartoon with the fox.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen in that version either.
Why are you acting like this? I told you, these are all bad people.
What about the author you robbed?
How did you figure out that really happened? Who told you?
Subtlety is not one of your strengths as a writer.
You're right. He was a good person, but he wanted his works published. He wanted them out in the world. I gave him that chance. I did that for him. I helped him.
I'm trying to help my patient.
You can do something to help one person or do nothing and help hundreds. Think of all the victims you will save by getting this man off the street. You'll be saving people that you've never met, that will never know that they've been saved. You will change the future. We'll be like superheroes.
You mean vigilantes.
Superheroes are vigilantes.
But vigilantes are not superheroes.
Not all of them, but this... Surely this is a moment where you can see the good we can do.
I don't know.
Think about all the tax dollars it will take to bring this man to justice and all the man hours. We can cut out the middleman. All we have to do is nothing. Those wounds, look at them, they look deep. His victim really did a number on him to get away. That victim is a hero. They got justice. You want to take that away from them? Think about the victims and then think about yourself.
What about me?
Think about what you could do with all that money. Start your own fleet. Build your own paramedic company. Think of all the people you could save. Forget about those people. You deserve saving too. Do something for yourself. I don't know, self-publish your weird wolf killer books. Produce your own rap album. Take your wife to wherever she wants to go in the world. Maybe you and her wouldn't have to work so hard, and you could start spending more time together. Have a kid. Heck, have a couple. Start a whole new happy life.
You want me to trade someone's life for all that?
What life? This guy's either going to die in prison or the system fails us and he's back out on the streets tomorrow hurting even more people. Then that's blood on your hands, your poor, poor, penniless hands, as you throw away all that potential and go back to your sad, ordinary life. How what?
How much money do you think is in there?
Well, that's not from one day of muggings, I can tell you that. This guy's been busy. Looks like he cracked some safe because there's a lot of cash there. I mean, that's look at it. That's new life cash, man. I don't know about you, but I could use one of these.
Oh, well, what if
what?
What if the police searched the ambulance?
Why would they do that?
Well, 2 of the notorious thieves they've been looking for were in that ambulance.
Who's the other one?
You! You're the other one!
Oh, right, got it.
They're bound to check for evidence in the ambulance.
Good point.
I'll get all the cash back in the bag. You look around and see if you can find some safe place that we can hide it until we get back in the morning to get it.
Yeah, good idea. I'll do that. You do that.
I watched as Major ran off into the alley looking for a hiding place. I had a long, hard look at that money. It was a lot of cash. A lot of cash that could do a lot of good for me and my family. I looked at the Bandit. I hated that guy. I was disgusted by him. He'd hurt so many people. So needlessly.
I don't think it's safe here. Too many trash bins. One of the restaurant workers might find it.
Check around that corner.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
I took one last look at the money. Then I closed the door. While Major was distracted, I put my plan into action. I ran around the front of the ambulance, jumped into the driver's seat, started the engine, and drove off.
Hey! Where are you going? Get back here! What about the money?
I got on the radio and I told him everything. Who my patient was, where I was taking him, and what Major had done. The police met me in the hospital and Major in the alley. The brown paper bandit was saved. And he went to jail. He and Major might even run into each other when they get there. The money got put into an evidence locker somewhere in some police station, and who knows whatever even happened to it. I was back to my ordinary life, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I like my life. And the Wolf Killer saga? You know, that was just for me, okay? I don't know how he found that. I mean, it's just for fun to unwind after a long night at work. It's not weird. The romance stuff is tasteful, and I got a lot of likes from the fandom. But, it's too niche for the mainstream market. I mean, unless like a publisher really wanted to. Oh. Sorry. Got off onto a little tangent there. As I searched the ambulance, I found the stack of stories that Major had stolen from the writer. There was the ghost umbrella, the ghost chair, the ghost hat box, all the ghosts. But there was one more that had never been published because it was unfinished. It was a story about 2 partners, sailors. They'd been sailing together and they had shipwrecked. They got stranded together on an iceberg. They sat starving and freezing to death, hating one another. Each blamed the other for what had happened. Each of them was so hungry that they considered turning on the other and even resorting to cannibalism to survive. But the story had no ending. But I'd like to think that they found a way to work it out. There's so much out there that can hurt us. We don't need to hurt each other. I decided I was going to make some changes in my life after all. But I wasn't going to do it with someone else's money. I was going to do it by myself. And I started by calling a friend and inviting him out for coffee.
Thank you as always for listening to BeFM Drama. This was Bagging the Bandit, based on His Wonderful End by Charles Dickens and His Dressing Case by Arthur Locker, both from the book Somebody's Luggage. This radio play was written by me, Ryan Estrada. It starred Kelly Brassbridge as Fern, Chris Tharp as Major, me as the Bandit, and G. Hazelton as Dispatch. Hidden Agenda, Hard Boiled, and Long Note 2 are by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech and released under a Creative Commons Attribution License. As always, thank you for listening. See you next time when Goblin and Fern will finally be back together again. Goblin doesn't seem like so bad a partner now, does he? Don't miss it.